Oh, God. Good morning. How is everyone today? Hope everyone's good. Just thought I'd do a stream because it's coming up to like Halloween, and well, people over here call it Halloween. I mean, I don't really celebrate it, but I was brought up with it always being called All Hallows Eve. But people are like that. Not everybody's the same. But the thing I find really strange is it's like, I'm not going to mention no names, I'm not going to mention factions or anything like that, because obviously there are some good people and you've got bad people within everybody. But the one thing I find bizarre is that you've got certain groups that just literally live either on YouTube or Discord or, I don't know, Facebook or whatever, that literally just want to live their very life, body and souls, every second of the day is all about either trying to cause somebody harm or want to see harm caused to somebody or people in general, or they've got this weird obsession that their victim is a nonce or a paedophile or whatever, and I just find it really, really, really bizarre. And it's just it's just insane, you know. It's just absolutely insane, you know. And it's just like all these trollers and things like that, they go around trying to make people's lives live in misery, and it's like it just don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It's like, why would someone just live their life like that? I mean, there's so much beautiness out there in this world, so much things to do, so many places to see, so many people to know, or, you know, or just know as in acquaintances and things like that. It just absolutely baffles me. You know what I mean? It don't make sense, but they'd rather sit at home behind their little laptops going clickety click 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 click, hide their faces, or they hide their faces through whichever means, and it just absolutely baffles me. I mean, it's just like, how can I say, like terrorism groups from years ago. You know what I mean? That if you've got that much hatred for someone, why don't you just leave them alone and just go away? But no, they're constant, you know what I mean? It's constant. And I just don't understand this world anymore. You know, it used to be a beautiful place years ago. Now all you've got is just, to be fair, I've never agreed with the internet. It should never ever have been allowed to have been made public. All right, to places of business and authority and things like that, yes. But all this internet shit and all this lot should never have been made public. Not that I'm saying it's not a clever thing, whoever invented it, but it should never ever have become public. You know, as far as it should have gone for us was no more further than just fucking, as far as I'm concerned, Ataris. You know what I mean? Or the dial-up. It should never have gone any further than that. But it is what it is, you know, it's progression, so-called progress as the countries like to call it, and things like that. It should never ever have been made public. Because, yeah, you've got a lot of good people out there that use it for the good things and the enjoyments that you can get out of it, like gaming or for your business or whatever. But then you've got more of the arseholes out there that just want to use it and abuse it to get what they can out of it and to hurt other people in the process for their own amusement, their own sick and twisted ideals. You know what I mean? And it is just absolutely bizarre. And that's why I've always said it should never ever have been made public. You know, I've always said straight down the line, yes, I've said one thing wrong. And ever since then, I've been targeted, I've been harassed, my late mother had been harassed, and it's just been constant barrage of abuse, harass, threats, and things like that. When there are people out there that have done far worse things than me, and it's just getting ridiculous, you know what I mean? You know, that have actually done and said far worse things than me online. But yet, I hardly ever see them get any abuse. You know, and it's like, it don't make sense. I can't make sense of this all. And all through the years, I've always said, yeah, I'm going to get my trolls arrested and things like that. But to be fair, I haven't really got very far on that. But what I am going to do, though, is I've been speaking to a lot of good friends and family, and I've decided I'm going to write a book on this. I am going to write a book on this. And it's called, I don't know yet what I'm going to call it, Powers Abused Online, or Online Powers Abused. I don't know. Trolls Abused. I don't know. But I am going to write a book on this, and I will put names in it. Whatever names that I can find, or avatars or whatever, it will be disclosed in the book. I am going to write a book on this because it's horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And yes, we do have a two-tier police system. There is a two-tier police system because they're too busy with their own fucking noses up their arse that they can't help people. And they can't help people within its own country. And I do agree with that. But yeah, I've decided I'm going to write a book on this, on how these horrible, nasty trolls operate. And they're very sophisticated and very, very clever at what they do. No, I'm not an author. I'm just going to dictate it and somebody else will write it. But I'm going to put everything, including the stupid thing that I've said and all this lot. I'm actually going to write a book about this. It's called A Ghostwriter. I shall have somebody else do it for me. They won't do it for nothing. They'll get paid. But I am going to write a book on this. And I will make it public. I will make it public. And it's not just against the trolls. It's against the police for not doing their jobs as well. It'll be against the police for not doing their jobs properly. So it'll open their fucking eyes up. And it will also be against these formats as well. For them not moderating these bloody formats properly. These sites. So it's going to kick up a big fucking hornet's nest. But I will make it fucking public. I will seek justice out of this. If it's the last thing I fucking do. And to be fair, I've been thinking about this for a very, very long time. A very long time. So But no, like I say, it's just, and yeah, I've learnt the hard lesson. You know, I got easily led in and stuff like that, but it won't happen again. It won't be happening again. You know, I'm going to stick to the good people that I know, friends and family, and that's it. That's all I'm interested in now. That's all I'm interested in now. And to be fair, like I've always said, it was only up until about a month ago that I started even doing live streams back on here again. It had been well over a year or just under a year since I'd done a stream. So to be fair, I don't think I'll be coming up streaming very much often now anyway. But yeah, I am definitely going to be writing a book about this. And it won't be just against the trolls, it will be against the government, it will be against the law, the system itself, as to why they're not doing their jobs. You know, it just baffles me though, because the thing is, like I say, you've got good and bad in everybody. But I just don't understand why you've got certain groups online that think they're judge, jury and executioner, and because they know they can hide and things like that. And to be fair, the government now are thinking about either shutting these VPNs or the servers down now, because there is a petition out there now, because so many children and other people, other victims, have been affected. And to be fair, I've signed up for it and I agree with it wholeheartedly. Me personally, if they shut the internet down, it'd be the greatest thing on earth. Because then you can't get people hurting one another that want to go out there, that want to hurt each other. It should go back to the way it used to be. And I agree with it. So I'm the first one to say, do away with the internet. Long as it stays there just for the authorities and stuff like that, and businesses and places of work, fair enough. But no, to the public, no. The internet should be shut down. I don't agree with it. It's just being abused. It's just being abused. And at the end of the day, when you've got all these weirdos and nut jobs that just want to hang around, hiding behind screens, going around hurting innocent people, calling innocent people heinous fucking things, you know, it's just, no. It's beyond comprehension now. And that's why I'm going to, I'd say around about Christmas time, I'm going to start getting this book written. And names and everything will be going in there. Yes, Lottie, I am going to be writing a book about all this. I've had good advice. And it's not just against the trolls. It will be against the system. It will be against the police for not doing their jobs properly. It will be going against the government for not doing anything about this. And it will be going against all these companies that are not adhering to the new online laws. I'm not bothered about if it's a bestseller or not. It's the fact it's getting the truth out there. Too many innocent people are being victimised over this internet shit. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Too many children are dying. Too many people are committing suicide over it. No, it has got to stop. So as of around December time, I'm going to start putting it in order and stuff like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone that I've ever met up with will be in there. Whether it be for the good parts of the book or the bad parts of the book. But yes. She's been harassed and trolled on horrendously. Now, I'm not disputing that she hasn't said some awful things, because she has. There's a lot of people out there that have said some horrible things. But it doesn't always occur to some of these weird trollers that some people, not all human beings are the same. Some people will say things out of the heat of the moment. And like I say, I've just been trolled on and harassed on because I'm an easy target. I'm classed as vulnerable, severely disabled and stuff like that. And yeah, I am stupid. I've been pretty naive. And yeah, but it's not going to happen anymore. It's not going to happen again. So, yeah. I think the truth needs to be put out there. And that's what I'm going to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I won't be putting addresses or anything like that out there, but I will be putting names out there. Both good and bad. And I'm sorry, but yeah, I think something's got to be done. Something's got to be done. It's got to stop. All this bloody trolling and all this nastiness. You know, it's got to stop. It's got to stop because one, it's weird and it's not normal behaviour. So anyway, that's all I've really come up really for, really. Because of the fact that I think that it's about time now that someone did something. And that's what I'm going to do. But something's got to be done. And I'm doing this so that the world knows. And so that people know exactly what is going on the internet. So, like I say, you know, the truth's got to be put out there, and that's what I'm going to do. So, anyways, I want to go and watch the rest of this historic thing happening with the King and Queen, because I'm into all of that. And I hope everyone has a good day. But I thought I'd just get it all out there and let everybody know exactly what my intentions are, because this is going to stop. The bullying, the harassment, the trolling, the victimising and everything. It's got to stop. So, anyways, I've got better things to be doing. So, peace out guys, have a good day and see you soon.